In this video, we're going to take a comprehensive look at how to format the data in your cell. There's going to be a lot here. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I encourage you to watch it all the way through, because even if you think you know how to do everything, it's likely that you're going to pick up some new things. So I have 4 tabs set up to show you some of the different things you can do with formatting. All right, and I'm going to start in the Basics tab, which is basically changing the text style. So you'll see in column A, I have these styles. These are all things that can be applied to the text in your spreadsheet. So if I wanted to bold, I could use the toolbar right here to click on the B button to bold it. If you don't see the toolbar, click on this little drop-down arrow to bring it up. Now you'll also notice that some of these aren't in the toolbar, but if you go into Format, you'll see almost everything that's on the toolbar is here, and there's some other options. So underline can be found under text formatting. It just doesn't happen to be within the toolbar. All right, want to italicize, click the I. Want to do a strike through, you can use the strike through icon. In terms of coloring, there's a couple of different ways to apply colors to your spreadsheet. You can change the font color by clicking into a cell or highlighting the text and changing the text color. Or you can fill a cell. To change the fill color of a cell, click on the paint can icon and apply a background color for the cell. And hopefully you're noticing as you hover over each of these items in the toolbar, it tells you the action that you're able to perform. For font, you can change the font type by clicking on a cell, changing the type. You can also change the size. In terms of alignment, there's horizontal and vertical alignment options. I actually have that spelled incorrectly. Let me fix that. In terms of your horizontal alignment options, this is whether you decide to have something left aligned, center aligned, or right aligned in the cell. So if I want it center aligned, click on center. And vertical alignment is where is it in the cell. Right now I have the text at the bottom of the cell, so you can see a little bit more space up top. If I want it perfectly centered within the cell, I would click that middle option. If I want it right at the top, I'd click the top option. You can also change alignment in this way. So you can see text rotation. So I have alignment options. I can change the alignment to tilt that up. And you can see the different types of things that you can do with this. Over here, I have a chart. Okay, this is really unrelated to anything else that you're seeing here, but I wanted to show you the text wrap option. There's a couple ways to address this. You can see that I'm keeping an exercise log, and I have a description of the activities that were done. And when I click into the cell, I see everything up here in the formula bar. However, it gets cut off. So there's a couple of ways that I can remedy that. The first would be to extend the column so I can fit all of the text, but that's really not ideal because that might result in the column being way too wide. I can also use another method called text wrapping. So I can change it to wrap the text, which then fits in everything. It just makes the row a little bit wider. Another thing that I can do instead of text wrap is I can create new lines within a cell by using the Control-Enter shortcut on my keyboard. Let me go here. This is another activity. You see that it creates these additional lines. So that was Control-Enter. And another quick way to format, let's say that I got my sheet formatted. Let's say I wanted this bold, wanted to change the format. And I got this as I wish. This isn't really the best color, it doesn't show up that well, but let's say that I applied all this formatting. I don't want to have to do that everywhere I want to apply the formatting. That's going to take a lot of time if I have to then click into the cell, change the fill color, change the font, change the size, all of that. Instead, what I can do is click on this cell and click the paint roller, which is paint format. That just stored or copied the formatting that's in this cell. If I want to apply it then to this cell, I click here again, and that applies the formatting. All right, same thing. If I want to copy the formatting from this cell over to this cell, I just click the paint roller and then click the cell that I want to copy it to. All right, checkboxes are another item that you can add into your cells. So let's say that I want to take attendance or maybe keep a participation log for my students. I can insert a checkbox, which allows me to keep attendance. Now, if I want to expand this, you'll notice that when I click into a cell, a little blue box appears at the edge. If I click and drag that, I can expand the selection. I can also expand it to the right. But quickly, if I don't want to take the time to do that, I can highlight the range where I would like the checkbox to be in, and then insert checkboxes here. If there's a checkbox I don't want, I can click into the cell and press the delete button. All right, for number formatting, you can change the formatting of different numbers in your cell. You'll notice some basic formatting here, but you'll also find the option here under format and number. This is a date. I can change the format of the date. So for example, it's currently in this format, but I can change the format. So again, if I wanted to change the date format, I could pick a date that I wanted. So you'll notice that that date right here only has the 3/8/22, but if I wanted to actually display the 2022, I would click on this new date format and it would update. For currency, again, you can go into the format, number, and go into currency, or if we want this to be in dollars, we would just click the $sign. For decimals, you can decrease or increase decimal places. So if I wanted this to round up, I would get rid of the decimal places. All right, and then finally, you can put borders and merge cells within your sheet to make them look nicer. So for example, here is a grade chart where I have numeric grades translating into letter grades. If I highlight that, I can use the borders option and choose my border styles. So let's say I want a border around all of this, but then let's say that I want the border around this to be thicker. I could click this again. I could change my border to the thicker line, and then I only want the outline to be in the thicker border. Right, and then finally, you can merge cells together. So let's say that I want the grade key to be the title and take up the top of the chart. You'll be able to find the merge options within format, but there's quick access right here in the toolbar. And what I want to do is I want to merge. I can do merge all, or I can merge horizontally. So merge horizontally is going to adjoin the two cells that are highlighted. All right, and then once that's done, I can center this, bold this, even give it a fill color to make it look nicer. So those are some basics on how to format your spreadsheet data. This will help you to make your spreadsheets look nicer and have your data be more uniform.